Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make a piece of ephemera, and we're going to use those dyed papers we did yesterday, our first project in the studio that I'm revamping. Now I will show you what this looks like in just a minute, but let's review what we did yesterday. No, yesterday I thought the salt wasn't working. Well, I was wrong. I just didn't give it enough time. Do you see all those little specks? That is the salt. And I think I forgot to tell you, it was kosher salt. So they were large pieces of salt. I think that is so cool. If you're into the grunge look, then that is perfect little technique that you will love. This is another piece that I used the salt on. There you are. Isn't that super cool? I wish that I had waited. I couldn't quite remember how it went because my granddaughter and I tried it last summer when we were doing some coffee dyeing and we were trying all kinds of wild things. I just think that's super cool and I wanted to share that with you. Let's quickly look and see what all we did. Now I did finish out all the colors yesterday because I couldn't throw it away. I just couldn't. I had made all those colors, so I was determined to use it up. I love this green. This green would be perfect for spring, summer, and Christmas. And then there's the blue. And we have quite a few doilies that we dyed. Absolutely gorgeous. The pinks and the browns. Oh, I love them all. I did want to show you. The one I didn't quite care for was the yellow. It's a little too bright for me, but I'm sure it will come in handy at Easter time. Look at this gorgeous pink. So there's that gorgeous pink, and then look at this gorgeous peach. Let me put it down this way. Maybe you can see better. I love those two, the difference between those two. I think that's just gorgeous. I love them both. All right, those were the doilies. We did a lot of envelopes. I even did some envelopes with doilies. So here those are right here. Oh goodness. I just think they really turned out wonderful. I forgot to dye the other side of these right here. This is the one that kind of turned into a sunset. Isn't that one interesting? I didn't do anything else on that folder. It was a folder. There's the green again. And then there's the peachy color. So here are the peaches. I think my pink kind of turned into peach. I don't know. I must have mixed something. There's the green lined book pages. The blue. The pink. That was before I mixed my colors, obviously. There's the blue grid. There's the peach grid. Oh, here's the one that we splattered with gold paint. Now, I used one of these that has the splatter gold paint on this piece that I made for my example. I'll show you that in just a moment. So let's see, what else do we have here? We have the grid. We have the coffee dyed grid. Oh, look at this one. Isn't that one interesting? Remember when I had the color on my table and I took my paper and I kind of splotched it around? That's what that looks like when it's all dry. What else do we have here? More grid, more grid. Oh, here's the cardstock, and this is when we were using the plastic placemat. Made that image right there. We did a doily. Here's some more of those file folders, and I didn't do everything. I did this one. I did all of it. Yeah, I used that all up. This one is the blue. I really love, yeah, I did all the blue. I went back and I did the pockets. I think the blue turned out really pretty. And then this one's quite wild. Look at that. It's got pink. It almost turned orange, and I didn't use any orange. It was the manila file folder with coffee dye And then there must have been pink at first. Yeah, must have been pink first. Oh my goodness, isn't that interesting? Okay, so today's video is about taking some of those colored papers. Now, hopefully it's not going to fall in my trash can. I'm going to pop them right over here. So I've got a label right here, and those are those little labels that we were using when we were making our journal together, Tim Holtz Idea-ology. I've got some flat back gold beads, some vintage lace, and some beautiful sari silk from Crimson Heart Studios. Isn't that color gorgeous? Now let's just open it up. I did glue the sari silk to the back of the envelope. That is an envelope. So you're not going to lose your closure. And then it just flips open like this, and then it flips out like this. So you have all this writing space, and that's where the gold flecks, the drops, I guess, gold paint drops, that's how they show up there. And that's kind of how I chose this color of sari silk, because it just blends in so beautifully. I've got a little cluster that I put together right here, and then you have a nice pocket. There's chapter 1 papers, and this is from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. Yes, right there, the vintage postcards. So I thought that was really sweet to pop in right here. And that pocket's very easy to get everything in and out of. What a great piece of Happy Mail. A great piece to glue onto your journal page, whether you glue it down on 3 sides or whether you glue it completely down. Pop it into a pocket or a belly band, and it's just really quite beautiful. And let me show you how I made it. Now you can make it any size envelope that you want. I have one right here that's small. Let's see here. It's a small one that we dyed together. And then what I did here was I folded this in half. And I think I'm going to cut it. I don't need it folded in half. So I'm going to bring in my guillotine, and I'm going to trim it right here, I think. I just cut a little sliver off right there. So now I have 2 pieces, and I think I'm going to use the one that has the coffee on it. I think that looks really, really nice. So what I want to do here is I want to fold this down a little bit, and by a little bit I mean, since it's grid paper, it's pretty easy for me. It's not quite a ½ an inch, because this is where we're going to have our pocket, and we want that to be sturdy, because if you're like me, sometimes, you know, well, I just don't want to rip it, just to say it that way. And if you're giving it as a gift, you definitely, or I don't think you would want to make it so delicate that it could rip or be torn. So folding it down really ensures a little more security and gives it a little more structure. Now I just went ahead and dyed my edges with my frayed burlap. Let's glue this little piece down that I just turned over. So using my art glitter glue, I'm just going to glue that down just like that. And then I'm going to turn it this way so the glued part's underneath. And I'm going to position, I'm looking right here where this fold is. So I'm putting it on this dotted line. And I want to pull this down about a ½ an inch. Okay, this one's going to be a little different because, well, let me think about that. I think it's going to be okay. My paper's not as wide as my envelope. Where is this one? Oh, it's not quite as wide as my envelope. Okay, oh, that was something else I want to tell you. When we were doing that grid paper, now you know that was vintage paper. Do you see how the color went around the rectangle of the grid? My screen just went, there we go. Do you see how that is? Now, it didn't do that with the coffee, but it did it with the colored. I just thought that was absolutely fantastic. Did it do it with this one? No. It did it with the blue one. Isn't that wild? Okay, so back to what I was going to tell you. We want to glue this down about 1/2 inch from the fold of the flap. So what we're doing is we're gluing this paper onto this envelope. This is our pocket, so it's not going to interfere with our pocket, but we want to make our pocket a little more easier to access. So because my paper isn't as large as my envelope, once again I have to line this up, and I have to get my pencil, and I need to mark here where I need to stop with my glue, lining it up, moving that down. Stop with your glue right here. So stop with your glue right here. Okay, let's do that. And adding my glue on here, just like that. Okay, very nice. Now, let's pop this right on here, just like this. I'm going to move it over, keep it straight. Oh, goodness. Okay, I tried to get about the same space here as here, but I can see that I did not. It's wider space up here. We're just going to go with it right here. We're going to remove that. Let me grab my smaller scissors. Here they are. We're going to cut it right here where it's folded, and I'm just going to cut it straight across. There we are. So we have just now opened that up, make that a little nicer, and then let's cut right here. We're opening this pocket up so that you'll be able, or whoever you give it to, will be able to access what's inside the pocket without struggling. There you go. Isn't that nice? I think that's lovely. Now, because I love to ink, and I've already inked up some of this, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to ink the rest up. So I'm just going to go around like this. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to fold. Now I want this to pull out this way. That's another thing I want to do. I want to turn this one over just a little bit. It's not even 1/2 inch, guys. I'm using the grid. Just a little bit. Just turn it over a little. And that, once again, is going to, I probably should have waited to see if, yeah, I should have waited to do that. Maybe all of this won't fit in here. I got a little excited. Okay, let's fold this over. So we're just going to fold it over right on the edge of the envelope. This is really the fiddliest part of this whole thing. It's pretty good. Now we're going to go all the way, yeah, I should have waited, all the way to the fold. And it might be easier to fold it around this way to figure out where that is. And this is where you can see I didn't place that paper on straight onto the envelope. It's kind of noticeable now, but it's okay. It will work out just fine if that happens to you. Okay, there we go. How's that looking? See, this is where I got a little slap happy, and I should have waited because I need to fold that over there. Do you see what I'm saying? I got too happy about folding it over. So I'm going to just, I'm going to cut it right here. And let's fold this over. I'm going to do it this way. Make it easy for me. Okay, and so it's folded under. Okay, now I'm going to fold this under and glue it. just like that. So there's our base. So it opens up like that and pulls out, and there's your pocket. Isn't that cute? What a cute piece for your journal or your happy mail. You could even make it as a standalone piece and make it into a little thank you note or card, or I just think it's super cute. And you can make it in any color, and you can make it in any size. So I'm just inking up my little pieces here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm thinking that this is going to be super, super big for my envelope. I think it's going to be really, really big, but that might be super cute. If it goes this way, Cathy, it goes this way. And this goes this way. Let's see. Oh, that's super big, but maybe it's going to be really cute that way. So let's do it. I am going to use my hot glue gun. It's quick, it's easy, and it's really great for making videos. So I'm going to apply my glue, since it's a short piece right here, short flap. I'm going to just lay it down just like this. Press it down. Now right here at the point, I'm going to have to make a little pleat. So I'm going to add a little glue right there, and I'm going to have to pleat it. So I can make my turn. Okay, now I can make my turn right there and add more glue going down this way. Adding my lace on top. Hurry up, Cathy. Get it on there. Okay, now I don't want to cut that off until I shut this. Oh, that is super cute. And then I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to cut it straight like this, straight up against the edge of my envelope. Okay, otherwise I won't cut it in the right spot. Okay, I'll pull that up. There we go. Oh, isn't it cute? It's so cute. Now let's see here. Let's select something to decorate it. Now remember, it goes this way, pulls out this way. So what do we have here? I don't think I want orange. I've got this. This is similar to what I used in my example. Maybe there's this colored one. Maybe this one would be pretty. Well, how about doing something a little different? It's still an oval, but it's a different color. There's a gray one. I'm not sure what color. Ooh, I like that gray one with it a lot. Let's use the gray one, and because I've inked my project, I'm going to ink up the edge and get it glued on. So, all right, so I got that all glued on, and now what I'd like to do is open it up. I've got a little piece of ephemera here. I'll have to see where I got this from. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I'm going to see about fussy cutting out this little cluster of flowers here. I think this might be pretty. I'm not real sure yet. Oh, I think that's pretty on there. Really nice. So I'm going to ink this up because I have already inked everything. And I just want to take that bright white off of it. And then I have a little bit of music that I've torn and inked up already. Maybe I can get this on here. I even have a butterfly, but that might be too much. Oh, I don't know about being too much. Kind of like it. I think what I want to do is put the music down first. And I'm just sticking with my art glitter glue. And then let me look at this here. I think I might turn it. I'm going to move it way up to give it a little bit more space so that that will show a little more. So that's going to go underneath. So this needs to be glued right here. So I'm not moving it. I'm just going to do like this. I'm afraid if I move it, I won't get it back to where I want it. I'm just going to make it as level as I can. And adding a little more glue. Whoa, there we go. Then I'm going to add my glue to my fussy cut piece. And there we go. Maybe something like that. And then I'm not sure if I even want the butterfly. It might be, well, down there's not bad. Let's pop it on. It's got to be able to fold though. We have to fold it. There. Something like that. Now I think my postcard is too large. Yeah, it is, but maybe I could cut it down so that it will fit, you know? There's always things you can do with your pieces. Sometimes you just have to trim a few things off for it to fit. So let's see, how much of this, that's a beautiful color with it, isn't it? How much am I going to need? Not that much, just a little bit off of each side. So let's just bring in my guillotine so it will be straighter. Probably not totally straight, but it'll be straighter. A little off the bottom. Do I want the bottom or the top? Let's do the bottom. I'm going to make it just a little more, a little easier to get in. Oh, there you go. That's a beautiful color in there. So I will ink that up later. And then it folds up like this. Now we're going to need to have a closure. So I grabbed some sari silk. Now this is peach. But when I was showing you all those colors that we made yesterday and all the paper dyeing, I love the peach with the pink. So I thought, well, let's try the peach with the pink here, because this is peach sari silk and our envelope is definitely pink and our lace is a cream. So I thought, ooh, this might just be luscious. But you know, we forgot our bling. Ooh, that looks like a present, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to move this like this. Let's see, is that pretty even? Not bad. I'm going to add a little bit of glue, and I'm going to glue down that sari silk, glue it down, open it back up. Now I have a few flat back pearls right here, and they are gold. And I'm going to get them out of my dish because this is such a small little envelope. Maybe only a few. Well, maybe we only need a few. I'm just using my hot glue to help me get these glued down in place. There we are. And that's a big old bow though, so maybe I'm going to go ahead and come out a little bit further than what I first thought I was going to do, because it was a small envelope, but it's such a wide piece of ribbon. I could have cut that ribbon down. I'm not going to get that turned over in time. Oh, there we go. You don't want to wait too long. Once you put your hot glue down, you've got to put something in it, because it will lose its ability to hold what you want. Okay, so I'm going to tie it. I'm going to turn it this way because I want my bow to be going this way. Let's see how this has turned out. And I'm going to put a knot at the end right here. Use my my scissors to help me with that knot. This one isn't as small. I'm going to bring that knot down. Maybe somewhere like that. I'm going to trim this off like that. And then that is so cute. Oh my goodness, you guys. I absolutely love this project. I hope that you've enjoyed it too. I hope you have some colored papers that you can make this with because they're truly beautiful. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.